And good afternoon. Welcome to a special edition of Coach's Corner here on the Highlight Activity Network. As we have become accustomed, we're doing our a state tournament preview of for Highlander girls basketball this time around. And we're joining us here, a couple of the players from Valley City, Katie Coca and Katie Burchell. The Katies are joining us here for the show. And Katie, Katie Coca, we'll start off. We'll start with you. I guess first off, just getting a chance to go back to state senior year 2 for you. What's that feel like?
Yes, I mean, it was our goal from the start. Like, our goal was, let's make it to state, let's get these games done, and got a little close at the end, but we got there, and it's super exciting to get this opportunity again.
To defend your state title. And Katie, for you, you look at that last game, that state qualifying game. My heart can't take games like this, and I'm sure you've heard that from a lot of people. But just the way you won and getting a win and getting a chance to go back to state, how does that feel for you too?
It feels pretty good. You know, we always had that drive. We went to that game, we're like, we are winning. Like, there's no other way, and we know our goal was to get back to the state tournament, and that's what we accomplished.
Well, you can go back to the Wapton game during the region tournament, down 14 going into the fourth quarter, and then from out of nowhere, the Highlanders were accustomed to showed up in that fourth quarter. But Katie, what was anything said in the huddle before that fourth quarter? Let's just see if you can think back that far back in the Wapton game. Was anything said, or did you guys just kind of say it amongst yourselves, hey, this is time?
There was a point where it's like, it's on us, it's our decision if we do want to go further, and I think that all kind of set in our heads, and we were like, we don't want this to be our last game, so then we really strive to get this last kick in us and win the game.
Well, then you go and play Carrington, and you just saw them last game of the regular season. You all know how that went. What did you have anything different, or what was it seemed like you played a lot better in that one than you did when you played it at the end of the year?
I think our intensity was a lot higher, the drive of defensive stops, having pressure on the ball, and more executing of what he's been telling us to do. I think worked a lot better.
Yeah, your defense is really, especially you just look at that Wapton game, and then as you moved on, but your defense kind of steps up. Is that really, Katie, something you guys pride yourself on? Is that defensive effort?
Yes. Me personally, I feel like that's what I'm used for is defense. Offense is more of Katie Burchell thing.
Yeah. That's her thing.
Yes. So I feel like on the defensive side, just knowing your job and knowing what you have to get done is super important.
And Katie Burchell, we got KB and KK. For you, just on defense, I mean, you're more the rebounding, clogging up the middle, if you will, and slow things down. Is that important for you to give that team only a one and done effort on the defensive side?
Yeah, it's really important because then they don't have those second opportunities, and usually second opportunities lead to fouls and ones, and limiting those helps fuel our offense, because defensive stops means that's what fuels our offense.
Well, now Devils Lake in the first round, team you're familiar with, but it was back first game of the year, I think, when you played them. For you, Katie, how would you feel this team is different from that game to getting ready for this first game of the state tournament?
Yes. So our first game of the season, I would say we were not in the shape we are now. So I think going into this, we're going to be a lot more in shape, can run, keep up with them better, and just be more aggressive towards them.
And how about for you, too? Is that kind of the same mindset as we were a way different team?
Yeah, did we have 5 practices before Devils Lake?
Yeah.
Now having all season, I think we're ready to take them.
And this has become a little rivalry with you guys because you're the team that was in the EDC that has moved down into single A. You don't need motivation, do you, Katie, when you face, not just because it's a state tournament game, but facing a Devils Lake team, the motivation's on the other side of the bench, right?
Yeah.
You see that? It's well, no, we don't need any motivation. We're ready to go. Couple of quick questions. I know you guys got practice here coming up. Just to the excitement around you guys getting back to state. And I did a little research. First time for a girls basketball team to go three-peat, to go 3 in a row. And I think the last time a boys team did it was 26 years ago. Just the excitement too, Katie, of this around the school and the community for you guys to get another chance at state.
Yes, it's super exciting. And I mean, I've been going to Jefferson to help out some kids, and they're even excited just to have us in the school and just seeing that there are basketball players and I think it's just cool to like see that those little kids look up to you, and not only the little kids, but like everyone around the school saying good luck, and just knowing that this is another chance that we get at state.
And you guys get the little tour tomorrow before you get on the
Yep.
bus to head.
That's
Speaking
always
of
special.
Jefferson, are you hitting the elementary schools?
Yep.
And so, what's that going to be like to you for you walking through the halls with those little kids as you get ready to get on the bus to head to Jamestown?
I think it's really special. You know, seeing all of them excited makes you even more excited, and like knowing that they acknowledge you and know that like, oh my gosh, they're going to state. Like that's so cool. And I think it means like a lot for our program too, to like watch us be going to state and like encouraging them to do basketball.
Final Jamestown. It's only 30 miles away too. Is that kind of cool that you guys are only 30 miles away for the state tournament?
Yes, it is cool, but I think like one of our conversations was like we still want to stay in that hotel because it is such a good like team bonding. It is part of the experience. So we are staying in Jamestown still, but like just having it close so like the parents and more fans can get to the game is super important.
That's the biggest thing. The fans get a lot of the fans didn't want to go to Minot, but now they get a chance to go to Jamestown. And final question. Goal. What do you guys got? What do you guys want to accomplish here in the next 3 days? Duh.
Yeah, well, we want to win, obviously, but I think also just playing our best basketball and like not leaving anything shy on the court. Like you don't want to have regrets of like, oh, we didn't play good enough. Like we always want to strive, and if we played our best basketball, that's we played our best. Like it's meant to go one way or the other.
Yep. And if you can say we did what we had to do and it just didn't come out, or hey, well, we move on.
Yeah.
That's all you can do. You can only try your hardest and see what
Yes.
happens. Well, ladies, I appreciate it. Good luck here this week. Again, they play the second game tomorrow, 2:30, I believe, on Thursday, against Devils Lake at the Jamestown Civic Center. Good luck to you guys, and we will see you in the Buffalo City.
Yes, thank you.
Yes,
That's
thank
Katie
you.
Katie Koka and Katie Birchall joining us. We'll be back with more of this special state tournament edition of Coach's Corner on the Highlander Activity Network. Yeah, I'm winging it. Good afternoon. Welcome back to this special. Stop it, Beckett. This special state tournament edition of the Highlanders Coach's Corner here on the Highlander Activity Network, and we're just having way too much fun here on a Wednesday afternoon. We're joined here by three of the seniors for Valley City: Kinley Suffolk, Maddie You like Madison or Maddie?
Maddie.
Maddie Freeze and Dakota Botratz joining us, and you're all going to kind of get the same question. You know how it goes. You've been here, done that. I mean, this is becoming an old habit. So we'll start with you, Maddie. Just getting back to state, getting that feeling that you get another chance to go back to state tournament for a third straight year.
It's awesome. That was our goal, our second goal after the region. So I'm excited because it's my last year.
And for you too, Dakota, senior year, getting I looked it up, it's the first time that a girls team has gone 3 years in a row. And it's been 26 years since any basketball team has gone 3 years in a row. I think 2000 was the last time the boys went for a third straight year. Just for you two, getting a chance to go back to state as a senior.
Yeah, I was really, really happy that we went on Saturday because, us and Carrington, I think we were both kind of expecting to go, and it's just weird that one of us wasn't going. But, we came through at the end, barely, but I was just really happy that we were able to win that one.
A win's a win. We don't care how many points. A win's a win. And Kinley, too, last round, too, is a senior getting a chance to go back to state.
I think it's really cool, especially after our little setback on Tuesday. It's cool to be able to work our way back. Every game is either win or go home, so it's cool that we all just kind of played with a fire under our butt those last couple of games there and get us back to the state tournament.
Was there anything said in the huddle or amongst the players going into that fourth quarter in the Wahpeton game, which I love to go back to games like that, down 14, and it's like, hey, it's do or die? Was it something amongst you ladies, or did something said in the huddle? What kind of flipped that switch for that fourth quarter?
Well, it was kind of like, we're down 14 at the end, let's start pressing, putting the press on them. And I think everyone tried with the press, and all the effort was there. We laid it all on the court, so we were all just there.
It's do it or die. Do or die.
Do or die.
If you lose, we're done, and we have to think about something else then, for a while. And you talk about that defense, Dakota. Is that really something this team prides itself on? Is that defense?
Yeah, our defense is what really motivates our offense. If we're off defensively, usually we're kind of off offensively, but once we get our defense going, that really gives us momentum for offense. Yeah.
In that Carrington game too, the defense played. It looked like it had spurts, but for you, Kinley, with that, the defense is the key to this team, isn't it? Is that really the main reason why you are as good as you are?
I think so. I think offense isn't not too hard, but I think we know we can score. So, but if we're not playing defense well and the other team just keeps scoring, then obviously it's going to be a close game. So when our defense is on and when we can shut other teams down, then offense isn't a problem. So
I have the feeling I know the answer to this question, and I'll start with you, Kinley, on this one first. You get to go first this time. How is this team different March 3rd, March 4th, as it was the first time you played Devils Lake when it was the first game of the year?
Ooh, I think we were only, a week into practice from volleyball, so it was just kind of fresh. We were all tired, but now we're conditioned, so we're ready.
It's different. Volleyball shape, basketball shape is a different thing, isn't it?
Yeah.
And so is that kind of one thing for you too, Dakota, is getting into that basketball shape now? All right, we're done. We've been running. We're ready to go.
Yeah. I feel like going from volleyball to basketball, as a right side, I don't really do much. I kind of just block. But for basketball shape, it's a lot more running. It's way different than volleyball. Right. So that change and only having a week to get ready for that Devils Lake game was really hard. And we didn't really know what to expect for it either. Right. Going into that game, we were kind of just playing loose, but yeah, we won.
That's the main thing. That was the main thing. Got off to a good start and getting that first win. And Madeline, for you too, this Devils Lake and Valley is now becoming a rivalry. You were the EDC teams that moved into single A. Is that something too that's it gives you a little extra motivation, being that it is a Devils Lake team and not a rugby or a Watford City or something like that you play in the first round?
Yes, of course, because it's always either their game or our game, and it's always split. It's not like one team's been dominating the other. It's we win or they win. Sophomore year, they beat us in the semis, and then we didn't play them last year at the state, but we split last year. They beat us at home. We beat them at their home. So it's up in the air. We just got to work hard.
All right. Well, final question. What is your guys' goal as you get ready for these next 3 days?
Obviously, to just maybe go back to back, but I think just leaving it all out on the court. Like, this is our last 3 games of the year of our career.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, we really have nothing to lose.
Yeah.
Just lay it all out there.
That kind of mindset for you too, Dakota?
Yeah, we always say find a way. So
Yeah.
just finding a way to win and like not caring how we win, but just winning, being scrappy, and yeah.
You too? That's kind of your mindset, or what goes through your mind too as a senior playing with these next 3 games?
Play the game like it's your last, even though we do have 3 guaranteed,
Right,
but
right.
playing it like it's our last game.
Right. How ironic, I wore a VCSU shirt and I got, I think, 3 future Vikings.
3?
Yeah.
You know, I'm not as dumb as some people think I am. Well, ladies, again, and no, tomorrow you kind of got a little tour, get to go through the elementary schools before you get on the bus, and that's kind of something too. Those kids look up to you. Is that something you take a little pride in, Kinley?
Yes, definitely. They're like the loudest people at every game, so I don't know. It'll be fun to just see them all cheering us on tomorrow morning.
You remember when you were little liners?
Yes.
I looked up
Yeah.
to those girls, and they look up to us, so hopefully, like, they want to be us one day.
Give them a goal to set.
Yep.
And we want to be like that 2026 team or that 2025 team. All right, well, guys, again, congratulations. Good luck to you. We'll see you in Jamestown.
Yes.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
That is Maddie Freeze, Dakota Potratz. I'll give one just call him Maddie Freeze, Dakota Potratz, Kinley Suffolk. We'll be back with more of our special state tournament edition of Coach's Corner here on the Highlander Activity Network. Back here on this special edition of Coach's Corner on the Highlander Activity Network, this special state tournament edition, which is now becoming a habit. This is the 3rd straight year the Highlander girls have reached the state basketball tournament. Again, first time in school history that a girls team has gone 3 straight years to the state tournament. And joining us, a couple of seniors and a sophomore. Sky Nielsen, Rylan Johnson, and Kaylee Nielsen joining us here in this segment. And Sky, we'll start with you. Just your thought. You guys get a chance to go back to state. You did it the hard way, but just your thoughts of getting another chance at the state tournament.
I think it's really exciting to be here just because like all the stuff we had to go through and just losing that first round and then coming back stronger. I think we're ready.
And Rylan, and you're going to get this too, but as a senior too, getting a chance to go back in your final hurrah as a Highliner.
Yeah, I just think it's really fun because this team is super fun and we love each other, and it's fun to be at the state tournament. It's just totally different than the regular season.
Is it going to feel like a state tournament even though it's in Jamestown?
Yes, it will be. It will still have the same excitement and yep.
Same
still-
feeling. And for you too, Kaylee, as a senior, getting a chance to go back to state for a third
Yes,
straight year.
it's very exciting. Not many people can say that you've been to state 3 times in a row for basketball. And, we did do it the hard way, but, us Highlanders like to keep it a little exciting. So,
Yeah, you don't want to be boring. I mean,
Yeah.
you want to keep things. And Sky, doing it the way you guys did it, does that maybe prove something to yourselves that you can kind of pull things out of the fire if you have to?
yeah, to us and to other people, just to show, like, hey, we're still here just as strong. So,
Yeah. No matter how much you have us down, and we're going to come back and do this. Riley, now as you guys get ready for the state tournament, and you yourself as a senior too, any certain different mindset, or it's basketball, we're just going to go out there and do our thing?
Well, I feel like on Thursday and Saturday, I was telling the team, like, seniors, like, this could be your last game. So, like, I don't know if that's a little extra incentive. Maybe we don't want to be done, and just like we wanted to go to state. So
Right.
if we were out, we've never really been in the do or die. So I feel like putting that in people's minds, like that we could be out if we lost the game. I don't know.
Yeah.
Makes us try extra hard or something. I don't know.
Did it give you that little extra? I mean, with that, Kaylee, you did
Yeah.
not want this to be your last game.
yeah, especially during the 4th quarter in Wapaton, we were all like, we can't lose this or else we're out. So we kind of just put in gear and won.
Defense this team is predicated on its defense. Is that something you guys all take pride in? Sky, I'll start with you. Just the way you play your D.
Yeah, for sure, because you have good defense that fuels your offense, and everything just gets going after that. So.
And for you too, Rylan, with you look at defense underneath, being that kind of the long arm of the law, if you will, Don, is that something you feel, okay, I just got to clog up the middle here, make sure no one gets an easy one?
Yeah, I think I like to say that I'm like Katie Burchell's, like I guard her at practice, so
okay.
so I get her ready for the big games.
Nice.
You know, not everyone sees that, but
And I'm glad you brought that up, because the role players, that's something that
right.
The numbers 7, 8, 9, and 10 on a team are just as important as 1 through 5, right?
Yeah.
And because you still take a lot of pride in what you do. It's a team game. It's got to get out there and do your thing. And same thing for you too, Kaylee. Just that team effort and what this team can do together and what it means for one another. How you play together as a team.
Yeah, so like during practice, like just as you said, 7 through 10, 7 through 14, just as important through 1 through 5, because we get them ready, because we create like defense for their offense, and vice versa. So that means that as a team, we go together.
It is a team game. It is a team game. If you're all not playing well, nothing's going to go well. Final question, goals for you. What's your goal as you get ready here to start these next 3 days?
My goal is to win again. Not going out losing.
Bottom line,
Yeah.
there's no question about it. Same to you, and you guys seniors. These are your last 3 games as Highlanders.
Well, I told our bench that we have to stand up for every point that we got, just to keep the energy going. So, just keeping that energy going into the tournament would be good.
Okay, and Kaylee, for you too, and being it's in Jamestown, it's a little closer to home. A lot of fans can get there. That energy that she talked about, is that something too that you feel you really gotta have this for the next 3 games?
Yes, especially the bench. We need to hype it up more, but I think that at state our parent section is really good, so I think that's gonna hype us up, make us play better, make us have better D. Like it's gonna be awesome.
It's gonna be a fun 3 days, regardless of what happens, right? It's gonna be a fun 3 days in Jamestown. Well, ladies, congratulations on another trip to the state tournament. We'll see you in Jamestown, and good luck here with Devils Lake on Thursday.
Thank you. Thank you.
Scott Nielsen, Kaylee Nielsen, Rylan Johnson joining us. We'll be back with more of this special edition of the Coach's Corner from the Hack on the Highlander Activity Network. Back here on the special state tournament edition of Coach's Corner here on the Highlander Activity Network. And now Jimmy Howard, head coach of the Highlander girls, joining us here as they get ready for practice before heading to Jamestown. And I guess, Coach, the first question I have is kind of usually the last question, but the hardest one. How is this team different today compared to the first time you played Devils Lake?
Conditioning right away off the bat. We came, we had everybody for about a week, and we headed up there, but they're also a different team too. They lost a couple players, for sure. One that was in their rotation. Somebody else is getting heavy minutes. They're playing at a much faster pace, but I think we're playing with more confidence and just an understanding of what we're supposed to be doing on the floor. At the beginning of the season, even though a lot of things were the same, you're still trying to get used to. We're plugging some new players in, and how are they going to fit? And so our depth and just kind of where those other players are fitting in is a big difference from where we started.
Was there anything particular said by you or by the players going into that fourth quarter in the Wahpeton game that you can repeat?
Well, I never say anything that
Yeah, I
can't be
know.
repeated.
That's
I
true.
do a pretty good job of that. But I think I said, like, our back's against the wall. Like, we got to do this. We got to leave it on the floor. And basically my thought was we can't go out like this. Like, if we're going to go down, we're going to go down throwing haymakers. And the girls responded. And I think the big thing was we got a post up in a basket right away, got a steal and got a layup. And then we started feeling confident that it was going to work. And then they just went, gave everything they had, and it's kind of a whirlwind and a blur, and then all of a sudden the game's done, and there you are on the other side of it. You score 30 points in 3 quarters, and then
Yeah.
1 quarter you score 27. It's a little bit of a shock, but my initial thought was just we can't go down. We can't go down like this. We gotta try something here, and so I knew we didn't have we didn't have a lot left in the tank, and so what we had left we needed to save for the fourth quarter, and the girls were able to respond.
Is that one of those cases where the girls kind of looked within themselves and found that extra gear?
I hope so.
Yeah.
I told my wife, I said, I don't know if I've coached that hard in a long time. I was in complete chaos mode on the sideline and just nonstop, and tried to bring some energy, and because we weren't playing with a lot of energy, so I thought, maybe if I could feed some energy to them, we could get it going. And I don't know if that played into it at all, but it worked out for us.
Something worked out. Something worked. Well, then you had to face a Carrington team you just faced at the end of the regular season. And again, you talk about the different teams. I think you were a different team in the regional tournament getting into that Carrington game. What were your expectations as you got ready for the Cardinals for a second time?
We didn't shoot it particularly well when we were there, so I knew that was going to be probably different. We'd shoot it better, although we hadn't been shooting well. But I thought maybe we found our confidence in that fourth quarter. And then it was just an odd day. It was a second game of a back-to-back. We didn't have school, but couldn't come in for a shoot-around. The gyms are all being used, and so we loaded the bus and just headed over for a game without anything that resembled some sort of a routine. And so I thought a little bit played into that, and they were a reason we didn't shoot it well as well. I'm not going to say their defense didn't cause us issues. It definitely did. But I knew we could shoot it better. And so we were better prepared. We were very stagnant against them in Carrington, and we were way less stagnant. We moved the ball a lot better, and had great movement on the offensive end. Which, if you can move and stuff, now the zone can't just sit there and defend everything.
And being that it was a 2-week turnaround, you just saw them. So did that help at all in preparation, getting ready, or no?
Maybe a little bit.
Right.
I think the big thing is we were expecting to get to state, and now we're on the cusp of not making it. You got to just go. And the big thing was find a way. That was our rallying cry for the week, was just find a way, just find a way. Even so much that we were in the locker room at Mayville, and above it, the football team had a banner that said "Find a Way" above there, and it was like, there it is. So, it doesn't matter at this point. It doesn't have to be a blow. It doesn't have to be pretty. Just find a way to get it done.
Well, now, and being in Jamestown too, that's got to be something special. It's only 30 miles away, so you should have a lot of Highlander blue in the Civic Center.
Hope so.
Yeah.
And it'd be a different place. Nobody's played there, so it's going to be a whole new routine. We kind of knew what we were doing in Minot, had that routine down, and this would be a little bit different. So, there's some new stuff with that, and with that comes some challenges of how do we, where do we go stretch before a game? Where do we get ready and things like that, where we knew at Minot areas that we could go to, where we were kind of in a private area, we could stretch and we could do different things. So, and then just shooting with a different background and what that's going to be like. So excited for it. We were pretty much backs against the wall, and I think to a point a lot of people thought we were done. And so, whatever happens, but we got ourselves back there. And, I told the girls from the beginning, I said, girls sports have never gone volleyball, basketball to state in the same season. And so we knew that was going to be a challenge as well. And we responded, and so first time in school history that's been done. And that's just a tip to the girls who are playing in both sports, the dedication, the amount of work, and the sacrifice they're willing to have to achieve that.
Final question for you, Coach. What makes this team special?
Our length. I mean, there's the obvious things, our athleticism, our size. I think our understanding of just where the ball, End of the Carrington game, I know my wife asked me when I got home, she's like, 25 seconds to go, you didn't call a timeout? And I said, no. I said they were in man-to-man, which they hadn't been in, and we had the post-up we wanted. We had the mismatch inside, and I trusted that the girls knew where to go with it. And I just explained, I'm like, I call timeout, and now they come out in a zone or something different, or they double the post. Now we don't get what we want, and maybe we don't score. And so I trusted them. And they knew exactly where to go with the ball. So I think their understanding of like when we need a bucket or when we need something big, we know where we're going, and I don't have to stop it from the sideline to say, hey, we have to go here. Like they understand that, and so I think that maturity is just really going to help us, I hope, down the stretch here with 3 games to go.
8:30 tomorrow morning, you start a little tour of the elementary schools, starting with Jefferson. And does that make it special, too, for these ladies getting a chance to, and the kids, too, to see these guys run through the hall?
Absolutely. And it brings a little bit of excitement. And hopefully, they high-five some kid that's sitting there going, you know what, I want to do what they're doing when I get older. And so hopefully it starts kind of a tradition of, you can't expect to go every year, but hopefully it starts a tradition of kids wanting to do that and coming out and putting the work forth so that they can experience the same thing at least once in their career.
Well, it'll be 2:30 tomorrow afternoon, the first game. Jamestown Civic Center, second game of the day, but 2:30, I believe, is what time, correct?
2:45.
2:45, the extra 15 minutes, I always forget the extra 15 minutes. 2:45 tomorrow at the Civic Center. Let's just get a lot of Highlander blue and fill that place up.
Yeah, it should be fun.
It's going to be it's a great venue. It's actually a very nice venue for basketball. I had a chance a couple of times this year with college to be there, but it's a great venue for basketball. We're looking forward to it. First time in 26 years that any basketball team from Valley City High School has gone to state a third straight year, and it's just their first time ever for a girls team. So, Jimmy, congratulations, and 3 more to go, and let's see what happens in these next 3 days.
All right, thank you. Go Highlanders.
Coach Jimmy Howard from the Highlander girls basketball team back to wrap things up here in the special edition of Coach's Corner on the Highlander Activity Network. Thanks, buddy. Back here at Coach's Corner in this special state tournament edition of Coach's Corner here on the Highlander Activity Network. Again, we're getting kind of used to this, having these state tournament editions of Coach's Corner. The Highlander girls will be getting on the bus about 8:30 tomorrow. They're going to be touring the elementary schools, starting off at Jefferson and then, of course, Washington, St. Catharines. And again, hitting the road as they head to Jamestown for the state tournament. Again, they play 2:45 tomorrow afternoon at the Jamestown Civic Center. And let's get a lot of Highlander blue blending in those stands tomorrow. It's only a 30-mile drive, And that's kind of making it kind of nice that the Highlanders get to play that close to home and be in the state tournament. Highlander boys, they're practicing as well right now. They will start Region 1 play on Monday, and the Highlander boys will be taking on Kindred, and that'll be the second game. They're playing at the Shack in Fargo at NDSU. That'll be the second game of the day, so probably around 6:15. The Highlander boys will take on Kindred in the opening round of the Region 1 boys basketball tournament. That goes Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday, and those games are at the Shack. So again, we wish the boys and girls good luck as they start the boys starting their postseason, the girls heading back to the state tournament, a chance to defend their state crown, and of course that never happened in NDSU or here at Valley City State, that Valley City High School, that the Highlanders have won back-to-back state tournaments. I got too many schools on my ledger. I got to start taking them off one by one. So again, it could be a first ever, but at least the Highlander girls are back at state and a chance to defend their state crown. My thanks to Beckett Ness here, joining us again as our camera operator and technical director, and of course our guests here for the Valley City Highlander girls basketball team and head coach Jimmy Howard. 2:45 against the Devils Lake Firebirds tomorrow at the Civic Center. And that will do it. We'll be back with another Coach's Corner coming up next week. Until then, thanks for joining us. This is Coach's Corner from the Hack on the Highlander Activity Network.